Willowbrook was a sleepy little town. It had a bakery, a library, and a very old clock tower. The clock tower stood on a hill. It overlooked the town. The clock tower's hands were stuck. They pointed to 313 forever.
I loved puzzles and mysteries. I often stared at the clock tower and wondered what secrets it held.
One breezy afternoon, Ben decided to explore. He climbed the hill, eager to uncover the mysteries of the tower. The clock tower's heavy wooden door creaked open. Dust filled the air inside. Cobwebs hung from the corners. Ben coughed as he stepped cautiously into the dimly lit space. A winding staircase spiraled upwards. It seemed to disappear into the darkness.
I felt drawn by an unknown force and began to climb.
He reached the top. There he found a dusty old clock face. Its gears were frozen in time. As Ben reached out to touch it, the clock face shuddered. A hidden compartment opened. Inside lay a gleaming pocket watch. It hummed with a faint, magical energy. Ben picked up the watch. It felt warm in his hands. He put on the watch. Suddenly the world around him dissolved into a dizzying swirl of colours. Ben closed his eyes. He felt a strange sensation. It was as if time itself was moving around him.
Whoa, what's happening?
When he opened his eyes, he found himself in a bustling marketplace. Strange people in unfamiliar clothing swarmed around him. The air buzzed with the sounds of exotic animals and unfamiliar languages. Ben realized with a jolt he had traveled to the past. A young girl with bright, curious eyes bumped into Ben. She had fiery red hair in 2 braids. She wore clothes unlike anything he'd ever seen.
Sorry, are you lost too? My name is Lyra. Who are you?
I'm Ben. Where are we?
Ancient Rome, of course. Don't you recognize the Colosseum?
She pointed to a massive stone amphitheatre in the distance. Section 5, the Timekeeper's Quest.
The watch you found, Ben, is no ordinary timepiece. It belonged to the Timekeeper, a guardian of time. The Timekeeper has vanished, and now time is out of balance.
What? Me? The Timekeeper's heir? But I'm just a boy from a small town. How can I be responsible for fixing time?
Don't worry, Ben. I'll help you. We'll face any challenge together.
Thus began their grand adventure. Section 6, the Roman Riddle. Their first challenge arose in Rome. They had to solve a riddle left by the Timekeeper, hidden within the Colosseum. The riddle was carved into the walls, written in ancient Latin. Ben and Lyra worked together, carefully examining the walls of the Colosseum, trying to decipher the ancient Roman riddle. They deciphered the clues and solved the riddle. A hidden passage opened, revealing a shimmering portal. It was a doorway to another time period. As they stepped through the portal, Ben felt a surge of excitement. He was ready for the next challenge. The portal deposited them in a frigid wasteland. Glaciers stretched as far as the eye could see. The air was bitingly cold. Woolly mammoths lumbered across the icy plains.
Brr, it's freezing.
Ben exclaimed, his teeth chattering. Lyra pointed to a cave in the distance.
Let's find shelter.
She shouted over the howling wind. Inside the cave, they discovered cave paintings. These paintings held another clue to restoring time's balance. After solving puzzles in various eras, they finally discovered who was behind the chaos, Kronos. He was a shadowy figure who craved control over time itself.
I want to rewrite history. I want to rule all of time.
Kronos revealed his evil plan. Ben and Lyra knew they had to stop him. A fierce battle ensued. They used their wits and the Timekeeper's watch to outsmart Kronos. They managed to trap Kronos within a time loop. He was frozen, unable to manipulate time any further. With Kronos defeated, time began to stabilize. The timeline was no longer in danger.
I did it. I really did it.
Ben felt a sense of accomplishment. He had faced his fears. He had saved the world from temporal chaos. With a heavy heart, he knew it was time to return to his own time. Lyra travelled back with him to the present day just before he'd initially found the watch. She promised to visit.
Remember, you will always be the Timekeeper's heir.
She reminded him. As Ben watched Lyra disappear, he knew his life would never be the same. He had a destiny. He was a protector of time.
I can't wait for my next big adventure.
He smiled, ready for whatever came next.